Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. My name is Matt.
I'm Andrew.
And we have another episode coming in hot for you today.
Yes.
It's coming in spicy,
Should I start it off
as the young people would say.
with today?
Yeah, what is today?
What is today?
I don't know what's today. Today's Saturday, right?
Saturday.
Today's Saturday.
Day.
A random day in
In a galaxy.
in the universe far away.
Today is May 4th.
May 4th, yeah.
And today.
Cinco de Mayo tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Cinco de Mayo.
Someday.
Who celebrates Cinco de Mayo?
I don't know.
No,
I like margaritas once in a while. So.
Well, I don't get these people that celebrate Cinco de Mayo. And Mexico doesn't even celebrate it.
I don't know, man.
That's a fun fact.
Really?
Mexico
They don't
celebrate it
Interesting.
much. So
well, we don't want to get banned for like banning a holiday, but you know.
Okay.
It's
Anyways.
fine. Anyways, back to business.
May 4th. Today is a special day.
What's today?
Today is Star Wars Day.
Star Wars Day.
Yeah.
Okay, so first question.
Man.
What is your favorite movie from the series?
Ooh,
That's a
movie.
coming in hot.
I say Attack of the Clones.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, that's not
there's-
mine either. Cause I don't know much about Star Wars, but that's cool.
okay,
It's okay. I mean, everybody has their thing. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
And
We Gucci.
what did I want to say? So in Attack of the Clones, there's a lot of clones. That's why I like it.
Oh, that's why you like it? Okay. Cool. That's your
Yeah.
vibe. Okay. How many episodes, movies are in this series? I'm itching to know because I don't
3,
know.
2, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.
8. Dang. Okay.
9.
And that's your favorite?
8 is my favorite.
That's a vibe.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, we all got our thing, guys.
Yeah.
His is Star Wars. He has a little friend joining us today. That's our guest.
That's our guest right here. What's
Kind
her
of.
name?
Mm.
Thank you, BB.
Well, yep. So that's it, folks. I'm just kidding.
That's all, folks.
All right, but yeah, that's cool. So yeah, today's Star Wars Day. He has his cup out. He has the cool shirt on. It's an aesthetic. It's a vibe. I get where he's coming from. Not my cup of tea, but everybody has their thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, okay, before we get into today's little topic that we have on hand, how do you feel that the last couple episodes have been going with like the guests, with our features? It's been interesting.
Yeah, they've been giving us some help as well.
Yeah, it's
which
been
is good.
It's been fun.
Yeah, getting to know them as well, and making sure that a lot of people get to watch what we get to do.
Yeah, and like bring value to the audience, help people in any way we can. So like that's definitely the main goal. But yeah, we've really enjoyed having the people on, and I thought today we'd kind of mix it up and just kind of do an us episode because we haven't done one of those in like forever.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while,
So-
which is good.
I know.
But it's always good to go back to the roots and have some
Mhm.
episodes where it's just us and we have their guests on, then we do some just
Yeah.
spice it up a little bit.
Yeah,
You know,
mix it
some
up.
mix
Put
it up.
some
Put
salt.
some little salt on
Salt
it.
on it.
Salt
Yeah.
on your meat of choice. On your favorite cut of meat, whether that be steak or chicken or fish or whatever.
Or duck.
Or duck. We'll even go duck. I love it. But anyways, guys, so today we are going to talk about something that I think is super interesting and it kind of came to me
Mm-hmm.
in a dream.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. It didn't come to me in a dream. I'm just joking. I'm just messing with you guys. But today, guys, the topic is the 10 things you must implement into your life to become successful.
Oh, that's a good one. That could go deep.
Yeah, we're going to go deep. We got 10 different things we're going to talk about today. I'm really excited. It's going to be a fun one. I think these things are important for you to implement in your life, and I think if you do it correctly, I think you'll become a very successful person in your life. So we're just going to get to it, and we got 10 of them for you guys, and we're going to drop some knowledge.
Some knowledge.
Yeah, implement these 10 things, and it equals success. C. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. All right, guys, number 1, which is kind of my favorite. Well, they're all my favorite, but anyways, start with the end in mind. What does that mean to you?
Let's see. Well, starting with the end of mind, just by focusing on what you're doing, as well as making sure that each day you get on what you're doing and focus on it. And for example, work's a big thing, and you always have to have like hours by yourself, like have a break and focusly, like get ready for what you're doing in your break, and then go back to what you're doing pretty much.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I think this concept I've heard it a lot over the years, and I think a lot of people struggle with it. But basically, kind of what I'm referring to when I say start with the end in mind is saying you go to the end of like where you want to be, and then you reverse engineer that back to today. So then, like kind of like you were saying, a day-by-day basis, you're working, you're doing your things to achieve your goals and whatnot. But I think the thing is, I think a lot of people don't know where they want to go in life. And I think having a clear vision of being like, okay, this is where I want to go. Like, that's the end. I can give you a couple examples. Let's say we could do it in different aspects of life, okay? Like, let's start with the gym. Let's say I want to go to the gym 100 times this year, right? So, like, you're starting at the end. I want to get there 100 times. But then we have to reverse engineer it back to right this second. So we say, okay, I want to go to the gym 100 times this year. Cool. How am I going to do that? Well, then I'm going to divide by 52 weeks. Well, how many times a week do I have to go to get to 100? And then what time am I going to go? And then how long am I going to go for? Am I going to get a trainer? How's it all going to work out? How's it all going to happen? So you say, I want to get to 100 days by the end of the year, or if it's a fresh year, just 1 year, 100 days. And then you just reverse engineer back to the beginning. So you start with the end in mind, and then you go back to where you started, where you are right now.
That's a good one.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's just a gym one. And another one could be, we could go financial. Like, let's say you want to save, we have a savings goal. Let's create a goal real quick. Let's say you want to save $10,000 this year, right? How you would do that is you would save $833.33 per month.
How would you know that?
I don't know. How did I know that? Because I don't know. I hate numbers. It's crazy. But yeah, so if you wanted to save $10,000 this year, you say, okay, I'm going to save $833.33 per month times 12, 10 grand. So you start at the end, and then you reverse engineer back to the beginning.
Like division.
Like math or whatever you're doing. Well, and okay, let's do school. Let's use a school example. So like, let's say you want to get your bachelor's degree, because I know a lot of you 18 to 30-year-olds are in that age range, and some of you guys are going for bachelor's or associates or masters or whatever the situation might be, or a trade school or a certificate or a license or whatever you have you. So basically, in that situation, you say, okay, I want to become a nurse. Okay, we're just throwing stuff out here. I'm just giving you guys examples to get you where you need to be. Okay, so you want to become a nurse. It takes 4 years. You got to get a bachelor's degree. Cool. Okay, well, how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to reverse engineer back to today. I'm going to say I'm going to go to community college first for the first 2 years. Then I'm going to go to university for the second 2 years. And then there's a nursing example. I got to figure out how I'm going to study to pass that. And then I got to figure out I should probably go shadow at a hospital. I'm going to shadow a nurse or a nursing assistant to see what they do on a day-to-day basis. So you do all these steps and say, I'm going to shadow her. I'm going to shadow him. I'm going to go to a hospital and see how it operates. I'm going to research about hospitals. I'm going to research about what type of nurses, like what type of nurse do I want to be? Do I want to be a NICU nurse? Do I want to be a regular nurse?
Travel nurse.
Do I want to be a travel nurse? Do I want to be a cardiac nurse? Do I want to be, I'm pretty knowledgeable about the nursing experience, as you can see. Like I know a thing or two because I've been around a lot of nurses in my day. But yeah.
Yes.
But you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, do you have anything to add to that before I just talk for the rest of the day?
You got everything.
But yeah, so you see what I'm saying? So you start with the end in mind. In this situation, you would say, I want to become a nurse, 4 years. I got to reverse engineer back to today. And then how am I going to hit that goal? Well, obviously you want 4 years. You probably maybe go work as a scrub at a hospital. You go to school. You get your associates. Then you got to get your bachelor's. And you got to pass the nursing. Then you got to figure out how am I going to pay for this? Well, I'm going to go work. I'm going to get some scholarships. And then 4 years later, you're a nurse.
Like that?
Yeah.
Time flies.
What's that?
Time flies.
Exactly. So that's another example of like starting with the end in mind of like saying, I want to become a nurse. How am I going to reverse engineer that back to right now? Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. One last example.
One more.
So we did Well, we did a gym example, guys. We did a financial example. We did a school example, and then let's do a travel example.
Travel example?
Because me and this guy both are big travel guys.
Yes.
If you haven't figured that out yet, I don't know what you've been living under a rock. But anyways, so make up a travel goal.
Okay. We'll save $5,000
Okay. For what purpose?
a trip to. I'm gonna say a country that we've never been to.
Okay, and don't use the one we're going to.
No, we're not. Okay.
Yeah. Use a different one.
I'll do Croatia.
There we go. Okay.
Croatia.
So you'd save, and then you want to go there within a year.
Yeah.
So you have a goal that you want to go to Croatia within a year. Well, and you got to save X amount of money in this situation, maybe $5,000. Well, you got to reverse engineer back to today. Well, first of all, I got to figure out, am I going to go with a group? Am I going to go by myself? Am I going to go with a friend? Am I going with my family? Am I going to go on a cruise, right? So you answer all these questions, and you say to yourself, I want to go to Croatia June 2025. Right? Funny. Yeah. But let's say you want to go to Croatia June 2025. That's funny. That's yeah, so let's say you want to go to Croatia June 2025. Just as an example. And then, so basically you have to reverse engineer that back to today. How much money do I need to save? Am I going to go with a group? Am I going to go with my girlfriend? Am I going to go with my father? Am I going to go with my family? Whoever, right? And then you reverse engineer that back to today, and then boom. And then you figure out, okay, I'm going to go. And then at the end of the day, you go to Croatia because you began with the end in mind, and then you reverse engineer it back to today.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does.
So I think we hammered the point home for point number one. Bullet point number one. Start with the end in mind.
Yeah.
You want to introduce bullet point number two?
Yes. Number 2 is don't be impulsive.
Yes. Don't be impulsive, guys. So, like, what does that mean to you?
What does impulsive mean to you?
Impulsive means to make a rash decision that negatively impacts you quickly.
That's okay.
That's good.
Yeah,
What's the Google definition of it?
Okay, the Google definition is acting or done without forethought.
Okay, so it's just like not planning.
No.
Yeah. So like let's say an impulsive decision is to go buy a car.
Yeah.
So like let's say you just wake up one day and you're like, "Oh, I'm going to go buy a new Mercedes." Probably not the best idea.
No.
Right?
There's also this one.
Okay.
What is the meaning of an impulsive person?
Okay, what's the meaning of an impulsive person?
It means the tendency to act without thinking.
The
So
tendency
that's
to
like what you're saying.
the tendency to act without thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's good. So it's planning. So it kind of goes back to our first point, start with the end in mind. But I think just being impulsive, if you can avoid that, it gets you into less sticky situations, right? So it's just like don't be impulsive.
Buying a car.
Yeah, don't just wake up one day and be like, "Oh, I'm going to go buy a new $65,000 car that I don't need." Well, you've given it like 20 minutes of thought. So just don't jump. I think impulsive people jump from decision to decision or chaos to chaos. Like, just don't do that.
Yeah. No.
It's hard to become successful if you're just like, "Oh, I'm going to go buy a car today. And then tomorrow I'm going to go buy a bow and arrow.
Or a boat.
And then tomorrow I'm going to go buy a boat because I've never been on the lake before, but I want to start." Right? You're just not thinking. You're not having any critical thought to go with your actions, which then therefore is going to hurt you in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, number 1, don't be impulsive. Number 2.
That's number 2.
No, I'm sorry. Oh, wait, hold up. Wait, let me say it again. Number 1, start with the end in mind.
Yes.
Number 2, don't be impulsive.
That's right. Number 3.
Okay, guys, number 3, baby. Let's get it. Discipline over motivation.
Ooh.
What is that?
Discipline over motivation.
What does that mean to you?
For me, I'll say discipline's first.
Yes.
Because you got to get disciplined before getting motivated.
Correct.
And making sure that you know what you're supposed to do, like following the rules and making sure that everything's
Going okay, right? Going okay.
or going in the right direction.
Facts. So I think for me, I've really stood by this quote for a long time because it's not really even a quote. It's just a couple words. But, discipline over motivation really means to me that when you don't want to do something that you need to do, you still do it. So I can give you like 5 examples, like off the top of the dome. Okay. First of all, when you are going to the gym consistently, there is going to be days where you don't want to go to the gym.
Facts.
Right? So like you have to be disciplined and go to the gym, and you're not motivated to go to the gym, but you're still got to be disciplined to go. Because if you don't, then bad things start happening.
Yep.
Right? So you want to be disciplined. You don't want to be motivated. So discipline over motivation all day. Now, another example is running. There's days where you don't want to run. There's days where like a mile just seems like 100 miles. Correct? You know what I mean? So it's like you have to say to yourself, okay, I'm disciplined. I'm going to do it. I'm not motivated at all. Not motivated at all to do it. But I'm disciplined and I'm going to do it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
What would be another example for you?
For me, it would be going to work.
Yeah. That's a great example.
Going to work. Because especially for me, waking up really early.
It's hard.
Before, I'm like, I don't want to go to work. I do not, but I have to get up.
And you have to go to work. Yeah, because we got to make money and we got to continue our legacy.
Yes.
Right? And I feel the same because sometimes there's times I don't want to go to work either. And especially, I've been working for a decade, which is pretty crazy. And it's like there has been a lot of days during that decade where I was like, yeah. And it sucks because the worst days are like that Wednesday in like the middle of April that you're just like, ugh, nothing cool's coming up. Nothing nice is happening.
Yep.
Nothing. You're just struggling. You know what I mean? So I think discipline over motivation is huge. And it's something if you can instill when you're young, it'll make you extremely successful. We're both in our 20s, and I feel like I've done a good job of implementing this because there's been a lot of times in my life where I'm like, I don't want to do it. And especially another example, college.
Oh, that's a good one.
There was a lot of papers. There was a lot of tests. There was a lot of math problems that I just simply didn't want to do.
And you got to do it.
Yeah, and I'm sure you went through that same thing, I'm sure.
Not really.
That's good.
I sarcastically did, somewhat of work.
Yeah.
At EMCC.
Yeah.
But I still did it.
You still did it. And I enjoyed most of it, but there was still definitely days where I just, that Friday when you have to do 100 math. Oh, I remember one of my friends. Okay, guys, story time real fast. I remember I was in math like 121, and she assigned us 100 questions to prepare for our test over spring break.
Oh, gosh.
And I was pissed. And I was like, me and my friend came over to the house, and we were just grinding. Like, it sucked. I was like, I don't want to do this.
You said math 121?
Yeah.
I never took that class.
Oh, well, that's
I took 141.
good for you. Good
I was
for
like
you.
in the smart math.
Yeah, I started out like math. Yeah, because I went all the way up to calc or whatever. But anyways, like, she literally knew it was spring break and said, all right, whatever, and gave us 100 questions to do the next Monday. It was so unnecessary.
Well, you had 5 days. So
Yeah.
You split it up, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did like every day. But we were just,
Because it's like 25 times 4 is 100, so.
So it was 20 questions a day.
Which, not bad.
I don't know. Over spring break, there was other stuff I wanted to,
break,
it was spring break. So I was like,
who wants to do work too?
Exactly, like over spring break. But anyways, so that teacher just was kind of a mean person. Don't know who she was. I don't know who she is, but I forgot her. Blanked that part of my memory. Just blacked out. But anyway, so again, it's like I had to be disciplined because I was not motivated. I just had to do it, right? So, and I think what's another good example? So we have like the gym, we have running, we have college, work. What else? Traveling. Sometimes you don't want to go on that flight because it's, our flights, could be really long. If you're on a 12-hour flight, 14-hour flight, you're like, oh my gosh, like, is this ever going to end? So you have to be disciplined because you're not motivated to keep sitting there.
Oh, yeah. 8 hours is so long.
Yeah, 8 hours, 12 hours, 10 hours. Like, we've been on some long flights, and sometimes they're not fun. And sometimes the food sucks.
Or you're by crying babies or kids.
Yeah, and that's harder too. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, so that's another one. And I'm trying to blank. Do we have any other examples for this one? No? Okay. No. But yeah, so that's number 3. So again, we have start with the end in mind. Don't be impulsive. We have discipline over motivation. Okay. Next
one is communication skills.
Yes, This is a big one. Because I have sat down with, been around a lot of successful people, and they're all very good at communicating. Right?
Yes.
And I think that's such an important skill to have. And I think that's one of the skills that most successful people have is they can like talk to you.
Yeah, and if you talk, you get to know the person.
Yeah.
Making sure to know what they do, or like if it's a business, get to know the business, and linked up with them. Like you use LinkedIn, connect with them.
Well, and I think communication is also important because it gets your point across. Yeah, if you can get your point across quicker, that's better. Mm-hmm. And especially like we do YouTube, we do podcasts, we're doing all these things, and even then like our day-to-day lives, like I'm really good at communicating. I love talking. That's why I have a freaking podcast. I always say that, the little joke I have. But yeah, guys, communication skills are huge. And I think that is very important to be able to communicate with people, understand people, get a point across. That's important in relationships as well, either friendships, romantic relationships, business partnerships, at work or with customers. Communication's huge.
Very huge.
I think people underestimate it, and I think people don't spend enough time on it. And also, there's introverts and extroverts, right?
Yeah.
So I think if you're an extroverted person, it's easier for you to communicate, like me, because I'll just talk to anybody. But if you're an introverted person, it can be harder. But sometimes they are better communicators because they have to be they're more intentional because they don't actually want to talk to you.
That's right. Are you introvert or extrovert?
Extrovert.
Me? Oh, yeah.
Surprise, everybody. I'm an extrovert, yeah. What about you?
I'm a little both.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
So both.
Because sometimes you'll be like talking to everybody, but sometimes you'll be like quiet and like don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, 100%. I think figuring that out for yourself is important too. Mm-hmm. Getting to know yourself and being like what my communication style is. I hate when people ask me how do I change my communication style. I don't like that question really because I don't really understand it. Maybe that's why.
Me neither.
Because I think they mean what I think is like, oh, I'm changing from like mad to happy, like emotions. Or like trying to get information out of people or something. I don't know. But I don't like that question because I think I'm just like, I'm good at communicating. I'm good at doing my thing. But yeah, guys, communication skills, that's a really important one. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think figure out if you're introvert, figure out if you're extrovert, figure out who you are as a person. I think that's important.
That's right.
Getting to know yourself. And then, again, all the super successful people I know and I've been around and I've met are all really good communicators. And they're confident in what they have to say as well.
Yeah.
So, and this helps us. I mean, we're getting better because we're practicing like on camera. We're getting used to this. We're comfortable, and it's coming natural to us because we've been doing this for a while now. So, it's kind of normal to us.
Yeah, when did we start?
This is so YouTube for me is 3 years, and podcast is probably about a year.
We've been doing this for a year.
We've been doing this for a year.
Wow.
So me and you, podcast has been a year and YouTube's been 3 years. Wow. Isn't that crazy? Mm-hmm. Yeah, time flies.
Time does fly.
And if you guys go watch my original videos, they sucked. But now they've gotten better. And they're going to keep getting better because we're just going to keep leveling up.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm excited for the future.
All right, next one.
And that's communication skills. Like, it's good because we have a podcast. So, like, we're getting better at them
Yeah.
naturally.
For sure.
All right, guys. Next one.
Next one. Let's see. It is the golden rule.
The golden rule, baby. Do you know what that means? You know what that
I
means.
do.
Tell the people what it means.
I gotta look it up.
You gotta look it
I
up.
gotta look it up.
Wait, you don't know what it means?
I forgot like the whole saying. Don't treat. Yeah, I forgot the whole saying. Let me look it up. It says, "Do unto others as you would have to do unto you." Wait, what? Okay,
Wait, say it again.
what's a good one?
It means it just means treat others how you want to be treated.
Yeah, that one. That
Yeah.
version I like better.
Yeah, so it's
Treat others like the way you want to be treated.
yeah. So guys, the golden rule is something that's really important in life, and I think a lot of people overlook it and they don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's so simple, but most things in life and to be successful are very simple but hard. But yeah, so again, treating people how you want to be treated, the golden rules I think is a super important lesson to learn early on in life, and I think if you can master it, I think you'll go far.
Yeah. Don't be a Karen.
Yeah, don't be a Karen. You're funny. Yeah, guys, don't be Karens. That's also important. That's also
Yes.
important. But yeah, guys, like I said, follow the golden rule.
Mm-hmm.
Treat others how you want to be treated.
Treat. Just give them a treat, and like you would get a treat as well.
Treat others how you want to be treated. Yeah. Cool. All right, guys. So we go over what we've gone over so far. We start with the end in mind. Don't be impulsive. Discipline over motivation. Communication skills. The golden rule. Next, we have training.
Training.
Ooh, training. AKA going to the gym. I just call it. You can go call it. You can call it working out. You can call it training. You can call it going to the gym. Whatever you prefer.
Mm-hmm.
But this is important because it's important to stay active and live a healthy, active lifestyle so you can make sure your body's good, because the body and our health is and health and time are the most important things we have in life, honestly.
Yeah.
So you have to spend them wisely.
You got drink a lot of water too.
Yeah, drink a lot of water. And I think training means go to the gym. And now I'm a gym rat, whatever you want to call me. I love going to the gym. It's it makes me happy. It helps me mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all of it. Motivationally, it's great. I love it. Some people don't love it as much though. Some people it's just not their thing. Some people don't enjoy it. Some people they don't have fun with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think if you can, now this is again, it goes back to discipline over motivation. Again, I think it's so important to be disciplined. Go to the gym. Now I suggest you should, if you don't go to the gym at all, maybe go 2 times a week or 3 times. Start out small.
Starting small is good though.
Yeah, because instead of saying, I want to try to go to the gym 5 days a week, just go to the gym 2 days a week. Because that's a realistic goal if you don't go to the gym right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Or me and you both run. I'm proud to say it, right? He runs a little more than me, but
Yeah.
just a little bit. But
Just miles away.
just a little bit. But yeah, guys, I think training's important. Making sure you're lifting, making sure you're doing cardio, making sure you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone is very important. So I think you got to train.
And summer's here, so
Yeah, you want to have that summer bod so you can take your shirt off at the various beaches around
Sun's
America and the world.
sun's out, guns out.
Yeah, so we in the weight room putting in that work.
Yeah. Work.
And you feel better.
Yeah, that's true.
You feel really good after you train. So yeah, guys. So I think that's the next one. You got to train.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of self-explanatory. All right, we got the next one. Tell the world.
Actions over words.
Sorry,
Yeah, actions over words.
guys.
Over
Actions.
words.
So okay, guys. The next one. Say it again.
Actions over words.
Yes, guys. Actions over words.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Because you gotta act before saying anything.
Exactly. So I think people have a lot of issues with this because I think a lot of people don't do any actions and they're just all talk.
Yeah, they just do it.
Yeah, like they don't say anything. Or no, I'm sorry, they say too much and don't do anything.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah. So I think you have to say I'm going to have actions. I'm not going to just talk.
Yeah.
Right? So we'll give you guys a couple examples and kind of go through some stuff that I think this is a really important point.
I'd say bullying would be one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because sometimes people act in a different way and they don't want to be bothered. And
Yeah.
They still do something about it.
100%. And I guess I kind of am going towards success, but I see where you're going to. I think a lot of people say like, oh, I'm going to go to college. And like they just say it and they never do it. Yeah. Or like, let's say they say I want to go to the gym. They just say like, yeah, I'm going to go to the gym, but they never do it. Mm-hmm. Or they say, I'm going to go to get a job. And they say like, I'm going to get a job, and they never do it. Yeah. Right? Or they say, oh, I'm going to start the business I wanted to start, and then they never do it. Yeah. Or they say that they want to get the real estate license, and they never do it. So it's like, don't be a word type of person, be an action type of person.
That's good.
Always. 100%. Because I think it's so important to have actions over words all the time.
Yep.
And that's what I try to live my life on and I think I've done a really good job because everything I've said that I was going to do, I've done.
Yeah, for the most part, yes.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, everything pretty much.
Yeah, no, but yeah, you can call it, yeah. But like, because like with the gym, with 75 Hard, with real estate, with the stock market, with work, with YouTube, with the podcast, with traveling, everything I have, with buying cars, like everything I've said, I've done, right? So I feel like that's huge for me because I'm not a person of words, like I'm a person of actions.
Yeah.
And I think you should make that your identity is like be action oriented, like start whatever you're going to start, do what you're going to do. Don't just say words.
Yeah.
Was there one specific thing that I said that I didn't do?
Well, your goal is to get a business, so you haven't done that yet.
Oh, like buy a business?
Buy a business.
Yeah, that's true. That is one of my goals. So like you're right. Yep.
It still goes. So.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good one. So guys. So like that is publicly one of my goals is to buy some type of business or franchise, and I have not done that yet.
Chick-fil-A.
But that'd be great. But I'm definitely working towards that goal. I think for me, that'll be more like in my 30s.
In 30.
Yeah, because I gotta save. Yeah. I gotta get lots of money to buy the business.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's gotta save the money to buy the business. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see if I come through in that in 8 to 10 years. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a good one. Thanks for calling me out. Gotta keep me on my toes. I love it. Being responsible and being like a good friend is definitely like saying the truth to people's face. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Next one.
Cool. So we got next one.
Invest.
We have you're right. Invest. Yes.
I've never invested in anything, so.
Well, you invested in yourself.
Oh, not true. True.
Yeah, you invested in yourself, meaning.
I kind of take that back. I invested on a drone.
There you go. So you've invested in a drone. You've invested in your education. Yeah. You've invested in yourself. You got braces.
Yeah.
So you have invested. Now, what does invest mean? There's the figurative, I guess, and literal sense, both. You invest in yourself, and then you've invest either in like if you want like from a literal sense, you can do like real estate, the stock market, or businesses for private equity. But yeah, I think this is a really important keynote to hit on as well. Of our 10, you have to invest your whole life into yourself, into your knowledge, into your health, into your finances, into your relationships, into your church. Like you've invested.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, so that's what I mean by like investing. It's not just monetarily; it's also like in you and the people around you, and what you're doing and all that fun stuff.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So yeah. That's another one. Next one, confidence.
Confident.
Being confident in
Ooh.
yourself.
Yes. Especially when you're around the ladies.
Yeah, yeah. When you're around girls, yeah, that's very true. And I think a lot of people struggle with this one. I think a lot of people aren't confident in themselves.
Yeah.
I think it's hard.
That is hard.
And I'm trying to think of like some ways to become more confident. Well, actually, I know the way you become more confident is you have action.
Yeah.
So like I'm going to use the gym again. If you go to the gym every day, then your confidence builds in the gym because you have that proof. So confidence is kind of just proof.
Or like opening a door for a lady.
Somebody else, yeah.
Or someone.
Yeah, be confident in yourself, and how you be confident is you give yourself proof that you've done things. So like I've talked to a business owner before. I've went to the gym before. I'm not saying like, just people, like examples. Like whatever you've done in your life is you want to build proof, which then builds confidence, which then you can execute on.
Yeah.
So I think proof equals confidence equals action.
Spot on.
Yeah, and you don't even need words.
Yeah.
I mean, you do need words. Like, words can be fourth. They shouldn't be, like, the main thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. All right, guys. So, the last one. Let me make sure it's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. It is. Okay.
Yep.
So, last one is being resilient. Being resilient is very important. What does that mean to you?
Able to.
Are you Googling it? Nice.
So, resilient means able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions.
Yeah. It's a great explanation, or what definition?
Definition.
Yeah, because that is the definition. Yeah. So yeah, I think being resilient means like bouncing back when you get kicked down, or when you get pushed down, or when life doesn't go the way you thought it was gonna go.
Yeah.
Right.
I've been through it.
Yeah, me too.
Running wise, racing wise.
Yeah.
Track wise, in high school, I've been through it.
Well, yeah, and I've been through it. Like in a lot of things, in running, in the gym, in sports, in school, in work, in business, all these different things I've done. Yeah, I've been when people passing away, family issues, friend issues. Like I've been kicked down a lot in my life, and you just got to continue to get back up. It's hard. It's hard when things hit you, but I think if you become a resilient person, then like you just got to keep going, right? Like, bad things are gonna happen, but you gotta bounce back from them. That is the last one, the resilience.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
So is anything else that mean to you? Like, what is? It's just. Do you think that's important?
That's very important, I'll say, because if it's like, I'll say, if something's like, hey,
No.
down low, you just gotta
Come back up. Yeah. And you've done a really good job. I mean, I've never really seen. You've had some bad things happen in life, and I feel like you're really good at bouncing back from them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's good. Yeah. Same here. I mean, it's hard. It's not easy.
It's not. But
yeah. Okay, guys. So that's the 10. I'll go over them again real quick. We have start with the end in mind. Don't be impulsive. Discipline over motivation. Have great communication skills. Implement the golden rule in your life. Train. Go to the gym. All that fun stuff. Actions over words. Invest in yourself, and also financially. Be confident and be resilient.
Yep.
What would you say like your favorite out of all those would be?
I would say discipline over motivation.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Mine, why? Why do you think that?
For me, because I like to be disciplined.
Yeah.
First, and get to know what I have to do first in order to do whatever.
Like whatever.
I gotta do.
Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. Mine would be start with the end in mind. Because I've always been a very vision-oriented person, and always, thinking about the future, which can hinder you as well, because it's hard. But I think it's important to start with the end in mind, like really important. Yeah.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, I think that's important, and I think there's 3 places you can live in life. You can live in the past, the future, or the present. And I think a lot of people, if you're living in the past, that usually means you're sad or depressed, or holding on to something. If you're living in the future, that means you're extremely motivated and you're always looking ahead. And then if you're living in the present, like you're right here.
Yeah.
And I think I struggle with living. Sometimes I've struggled with living in the present, but I've gotten better. I'm a very future-oriented person. Like if you talk to me about the past, I don't know much, and it doesn't really interest me. Like the past doesn't super much interest me. I'm a very now person and future-oriented. But the thing I'm trying to work on is just enjoying the present, because it's not about keep going. It's about just enjoying today.
Yeah, that's a good statement.
Yeah. Do you struggle with any of those, or like which one are you good at, bad at?
Pretty much, I'm good at all of them.
That's good.
Yeah, just focusing on the future for the most part.
That's good. Yeah, because you don't really think about the past too much.
Oh no,
not really. And then you're good. I think you're even better than me, because I don't think you think about the past. I think you are a decent planner, and then also like you're good at living in the now. So.
Yep, that's right.
But yeah, guys. So that's it. That is 10 things you need to implement and work on to become successful. And we're both working on them personally, and I think it was a great episode to kind of explain and go and do a deep dive into like each one of these 10. And I think, and they're really simple. And they're not complicated. I think just a lot of people don't do them.
Yeah.
And I think people need to work on them, and I got to keep working on them. And I'm good at some of them. I got to get better at others, and there's always room for improvement. But I think if you do these 10 things, you'll end up a very successful human being.
Yes, very successful.
Very successful. Do you have any last words for the audience for this episode?
No.
No? It was a good one.
That was it.
It was a solid one. I enjoyed it, and something I've wanted to talk about for a long time. And I think this will bring a lot of value to people with the experiences, with the how-to, and with the things you can implement in your life, these 10 things, which then will take it to the next level.
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching. My name is Andrew.
My name is Matt.
Until our next episode.
Till next time, guys.
Bye.
We'll talk to you later.